Belfast, industrial and cultural heart of the nation of Northern Ireland. Dara Kelly, JJ Wilson in our main event tonight. An incredible evening capped off with the Maori Kid making a real statement inside of our cage. And he joins us here on the post-fight show right off the top. JJ Wilson, that's Dan Hardy. I am Sean O'Connell. Quick work, 37 seconds. The body kick landed, then the left hook, a couple hammer fists to make it official. Now, I know you put in a full camp for this, and you probably were ready for 15 minutes. Got to feel nice to get it done in less than a minute.
Most definitely, you know, to go out there and finish it early. I was planning for a war. I thought it was going to be a 15-minute war. Then I felt my punch connect. I could feel the vibration through my arm. I go, oh, there's no way he's awake after that. So.
I think we're going to show you a replay. You've not seen it yet.
No.
I wanted to show you this replay because it really is an incredible finish. A short left hook. Talk me through this. You gave this kick a name, right?
I love that kick. It's one of, oh my God, I didn't even see that. Oh, that's nasty.
Working on instinct here.
That's nasty. So that left kick is one of my favorite kicks. Actually, I have a guy in my gym, his name is Saeed. We call it the Saeed kick. He fought last week, he broke the guy's rib with that same kick. And he showed me that kick. I drop a lot of people in the gym with it. So when I saw him rush in, I landed it, stepped back, caught that left hook, and then he fell. I was like, oh my God, yes.
Work
Well, that hook landed perfectly, and the hammer fist after. Big John had seen enough. And now the conversation becomes, all right, what's next for JJ Wilson? I know that you made a call out. And here is Usman Nurmagomedov, the current lightweight champion. Alfie Davis holding the #1 spot. Then Gaji, Archie, Paul Hughes, who was supposed to be your opponent tonight. And then Alexander Shabley. And you said you want the Axeman. You want Alfie Davis next.
I want Alfie Davis in June in San Diego. They're having a card in San Diego. I'd love to get Alfie Davis. You know, I think me and him were meant to fight a while back. He talked a little bit of shit online. So I think to be able to get that fight, and you know, get another big finish on him, and then Usman will be after that.
What is it about Archie's style that you'd like to face? Obviously, you know, a little bit of animosity between you is always healthy, but there must be something in his game that you feel like you can exploit.
Alfie Davis, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So Alfie Davis, he's a striker. You know, I'm a grappler, but I can strike as well. I feel like his style and my style, I can dominate him in every fashion. You know, I feel like I'll come out there and I'll dominate the fight from start to finish. So I think he's a great matchup. And then after that, I'll run through Usman.
I want to show you one more replay here. The family watch party down in Boca Raton, Florida, I think is where it's at.
Yes.
You got to tell us who's there watching these fights, because you might have to buy a new couch. They were jumping off.
The whole room went up.
The whole room's going crazy. If the truck will ever catch up with what we're trying to do here on the post-fight show. There it is. Who's this? Friends, family?
No, this is my girlfriend and all the family.
Look at the tension on their faces.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend with the hands over her face. She's
goodness.
nervous.
She's anxious for you. But
Look, you can see the reflection in that sliding glass door in the back.
Yeah, they're nervous.
It's going to switch in a minute. Oh, look at the energy changing.
That's amazing.
That must mean a lot to see that.
Yeah, it's definitely, it warms my heart to see that, you know. I fight for my family, my friends, so. Yeah.
Well, you were just telling me about this. This is passed down from generations, right?
Yes.
What do you call this?
This is my kuruwai. This was passed down from my father, which was given to him by his father. So it's being passed down through generation to generation. Wow. And this is a part of our Maori culture, and this is awarded to the warriors of the tribe and the chiefs of the tribe. They wear these. So it was an honor for me to receive it, and now it's an honor for me to walk out and fight with it on my shoulders.
And to do it justice, my friend. You did it justice tonight.
Thank you very much.
There's a lot of fighters who talk about being warriors, and there's some who actually go out and execute, and that's what JJ Wilson did tonight here in Belfast. JJ, thanks for being with us on the post-fight show. Go celebrate the win.
Thank you guys for having me.
He barely broke a sweat. Normally these guys are all sweaty and smelly. This guy got it done too quick. Well done.
Congratulations
to the Maori Kid. All right, co-main event. Fascinating matchup. Reese McKee, Alex Lahore, both making their PFL debuts. This was a hard-fought victory for Reese McKee, who got the big pop he expected from the crowd, handled the pressure incredibly well, and managed to get the win here by decision, Dan. First one of his career, by the way.
Yeah, and it really is the challenge when you step into an arena like this that just erupts when you walk in. Reese McKee had to try and maintain his calm He had to try and keep his focus. There were a couple of times where he landed really solid shots, and he could have just opened up and let everything go, and he didn't. He maintained his composure. That is a championship mindset.
And then he pump faked the retirement by taking the gloves off.
Yes.
And
You got us both.
Nope, I'm not going anywhere. It's like that Wolf of Wall Street scene.
I like the slam on the floor as well. He really meant that.
So he sends a message to his haters and potentially to the rest of this welterweight division. That will be the place I think we'll see him compete. It was a catchweight tonight because it came together late, but he's been a lightweight in the past. I think welterweight's probably the best spot for him.
Definitely a welterweight at this point in his career, and definitely he's going to be paying attention to that main event in Sioux Falls. You know, Reese is in his mind. He is going for that belt. Anybody in his way, including Zendelli and Storley, he's planning on going through them. And the confidence that he's going to get from that performance tonight, it doesn't mean that there's not anybody that he's not going to fight in these rankings.
That's the next time you'll see us, Sioux Falls, May 2nd. But before we get out of here, if you didn't see the whole card, you really missed some great finishes. Owen Masoliver, he's very, very early in his pro mixed martial arts career. He just made the transition from a lot of amateur success. The first round submission against Shane Mullen. He's now got 1 knockout and 1 submission as a pro. And you heard Paul Hughes talking about him on the broadcast, said he's never been more impressed with a young fighter on the rise than he is with Owen. Then David Martinez with a submission against Giannis Bahar. That was right after he took some big punches, got a little bit wobbled, and he just stuck with his game plan, wrestled into a good position, got himself onto the back, and improves. And this one was one of the surprises of the night, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, everyone was expecting Kieran Clark. Big things from him, undefeated fighter, taking on a veteran like Dean Garnett, who's been up and down in these last few fights, and not necessarily due to his own fault, but he made some massive call-outs after a huge stoppage. He wants everybody. He wants Rafael Stutz. He wants Sergio Pettis. He feels like he's got maybe 5 or 6 fights left in his career, and he wants a run at the top.
These two were chirping back and forth all week long. Kalen Loughran and Alan Philpott, and Kalen said exactly this: I'm going to take you down, I'm going to submit you. Well, he did it pretty quick.
Very, very quick. It was a really one-sided performance for Kalen Loughran. Exactly what he wanted against Alan Philpott, with all of the chat back and forth. What I did love, though, was the respect between the two afterwards. And Loughran in his post-fight interview saying, the reason why I'm here is because of people like Alan Philpott. The respect does transcend through the sport, even after a huge finish like that.
All right, one more look at the upcoming schedule, and spoiler alert, J.J. Wilson just told you that eventually we might be headed to Southern California. I'm not going to say that's official yet, but, you know, I'm not going to argue with the Maori kid either. May 2nd, we're in Sioux Falls. May 23rd, we're in Brussels. PFLMMA.com to go buy your tickets. PFL.info/Sioux Falls to get Sioux Falls tickets. Storley versus Zendelli. Belfast, beautiful city, wonderful spot. Everybody here really steeped in the fighting culture. This is a nation of fighters. And they embraced us all week long. They embraced our fighters all week long. Belfast, we will be back. But up next will be Sioux Falls. For Dan Hardy, for Greg Hamilton, for Nimi Mehta, I'm Sean O'Connell. Thank you again. Good night. Stay well. We'll see you May 2nd on ESPN Plus and ESPN.